Good morning. Welcome to the church office.
Thanks for stopping by.
Good job. Jess nailed it. Jess did
I
a
bet
great
she
job.
did. She's the kind of person that would
Jess
nail
did
the
a
opening
great
line
job
every
last week
time.
filling in for you when you're on vacation.
Yeah, that's right.
It is Wednesday. You got a new look. We have a new look. I will
Yeah,
explain
I like
why
it.
the new look. That's the thing, PJ. I realize my office is really versatile
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
we've had the study hall look,
Yeah,
right?
when we're doing homework.
We've
Yeah.
had the classic pastor's office look, which
Yep.
is there. We had it served as a
Oh,
basketball
I forgot
court.
about that. That's
Remember,
right. That's
we did
right here.
that.
Yeah.
We reviewed
Yep.
the basketball parent player game. It serves as a putting green over there.
Yep.
We can move stuff around. It can be a driving range. We've got a lot of different things. Today, I call this the library look.
The library.
This is the look of the library. Why? I will explain here momentarily. But behind me, you can see a lot of books.
Yeah.
PJ, I get this question a lot. People will say, Pat, have you read all those books? And really, you know what the question should be.
Have you read any of these books? Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, but these are not cover. You don't read these books cover to cover. That's not. It's just not. They're reference books.
You don't take the Isaiah commentary to the beach. I'm not reading that.
Well, some parts of it are dramatic, though. I mean, you can get. That has happened to me before. I'll be in the commentary, prepping for my sermon, and then it's like 45 minutes later, I'm nowhere. My sermon is long gone in my mind, and I'm,
okay.
I'm down the rabbit hole.
You got a different,
yeah.
But so as you look at, especially these blue ones,
Yeah.
so the blue ones, those are the Concordia commentary series. I use those a lot, as quotes.
And I don't know how much of these they can see. This is the series that is currently being produced.
Yes.
It's been going on for maybe 20 years, and this is not even half yet.
No.
Are out. So this is a lot of volumes.
Lutheran church pastors, this will be the standard commentary, and so I'm on the subscription. So when there's a new one, they send it out to me. I open it. I put my name in it. I might refer to it
with the book stamper.
The book stamper that I showed the kids a while back. And one day I'll give them all to my nephew.
Yeah,
I will give them all to Jacob.
So I hope he's not buying them. Right?
I told him, look, if you want one every now and then, that's fine. But try to go Kindle or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I try to do that until I don't know, PJ. Maybe you and Jacob can set up maybe some like Hunger Games style competition to see who gets the commentary series. When I don't need them anymore. So I had something to think about.
Well, it is nice for me that I have just a handful. My collection's very small still, and I'm starting to build it. But I do there's many weeks when I walk in here and say, Pastor Jake, can I grab a commentary?
It is both of our series. Yes, exactly. So that's the setup now. I'll explain what we're going to kind of do. Beforehand, though, PJ, you were nice enough. All right, so I've got.
So is the liquid hot?
With what we're going to.
I've never tested this.
You haven't?
No, let's try it out.
I'm gonna try it. So apparently, hot coffee in here does
see what
something.
it does.
I didn't fill it up the whole way. I didn't know.
Well,
I have that, so we'll see. So PJ and his family went to the Creation Museum.
I see no change.
Well, it's probably not hot enough.
I'm gonna try as well.
It's probably just not hot enough.
These are coffee mugs from the Creation Museum.
Wow.
Is it doing something or no?
I know.
No, it's not doing
it. It is not. Wait, I see something happening there, but
the box says that when you pour hot coffee in, it changes. Oh, I do see color starting.
There's something
as the temperature rises. Oh yeah, mine's doing it too. Oh, I can see a rainbow on mine. So you pour hot coffee in, and it is changing, and the color changes to reveal the image. Now
that is neat.
Yeah, it's very gimmicky. In terms of the mug is actually it's oversized. It's more of the it's changing. It's more of a show mug.
A show mug
than an everyday carry mug.
Than of basically a utility.
But it is changing the color. That is kind of neat. PG? So we had a great time at the Ark and the Creation Museum. So it's like
awesome.
It's the Ken Ham stuff, the Answers in Genesis. It's fantastic. If you are at all interested, I mean, honestly, it is so great. It's well worth the trip. Not that far of a drive from here. Half a day drive.
4 hours to Cincy.
Yep, and we stayed at a hotel right in between the two, and then we did a day here, and it was fantastic.
The boys in their age, that was appropriate for them.
They had so like they're museums, right? So there's a lot of reading. There's a lot of but they have plenty of stuff to keep all ages occupied as you do it. So they loved it. That was great.
Nice, that's fantastic.
Yep,
I've been to the Creation Museum, have not been to the Ark yet, so I need to get there.
Yeah, for sure.
AJ, we're working with something here. Something
it's
definitely happening.
Yeah. The image is
nice.
So that's kind of neat.
Well, thank you. This is very thoughtful.
Yeah. Now, full disclosure.
Thank Jackie.
I was yes, for sure. Thank Jackie. But I was just going to buy one of these and I bought one just for me, and but then she signed up for some kids periodical. They send a magazine about like it's a
Okay.
kids apologetics magazine, and if you signed up for the quarterly thing, they gave you a free mug.
What?
And then it's like, oh, you know what? I was thinking of Jay the
PJ,
whole time.
Not gonna lie, not gonna lie. I'm relieved to hear that.
Yeah. No,
I don't. I didn't.
Neither one of us are.
I don't want to be at that
totally.
point in our relationship where if I'm on vacation, Denise says to me,
no.
"What'd you get, PJ?"
No.
Yeah, no, good. All right.
No, not at all.
All right. Before we dive into our church business, PJ, why do I have it set up like this?
Yeah.
Gang, as you know, Pastor Brooks is still kind of taking classes as part of the SMP program. All right, excelling at it. Okay,
it's great.
Are you top of your class? Are you?
Well, I don't know. Actually,
You're in the top 10, though, right?
I'm in the top 10 out of 7. Yeah.
You've never been in the top 10 before, right?
Absolutely, I have not. Yeah.
So, but PJ's class that he's in now, he takes one at a time, and he'll get really excited about it when they're about Hebrew or the Old Testament.
Yeah, you guys usually hear about it.
Yeah, prophets, And listen, you might be wondering, why isn't Jay and Pete, why they talk about his class that much? Because it's on Reformation history, and that's not his most favorite thing.
No,
okay,
it's a little dry.
PJ, what I've tried to do, you're about 2-3 weeks left, right?
Yeah,
you're in
that's
the closing stretches. I want you to finish strong in your Reformation history class. So I've created the scene from the Diet of Worms.
Oh,
in April of 1521.
Yep.
Luther is brought to the town in Germany called Worms, the Diet of Worms. I always cracked you up as a confirmation student. And he's given the opportunity, he thinks, to defend all of his books that he's written up to this time, which is a significant amount. So they take all of the books that Luther's written and they pile them up on a big table, much bigger than this, obviously. And Luther thought he'd have a chance to defend them in debate. Instead, the Pope was there and cardinals were there, and the emperor's there, and they simply said to him, "Luther, are these your books? Yes or no? Yes. Do you recant?" That's all they said. And so that was on, I think, April 17th.
Yeah, just a couple weeks ago, we celebrated. We all celebrated that anniversary.
We all celebrated the anniversary of the Diet of Worms. Just a couple weeks ago. What's funny is Luther was caught off guard, and he kind of said, "I don't know, what." You say, "No, I don't. You can't." But I'm not. What do you want me to do here? I thought I was going to discuss.
Right.
And so they dismissed him, and they said, "Fine, we'll give you time to think about it. We'll give you some time to think about it." He comes back the next day, having time to really think about what he's going to say. Is when we get his classic and answer, really upon which our Christian confession of the Christian faith in Lutheran terms, as I call it, is framed. Here I stand. I can do no other. I mean, he meant on the Word of God, not his books, but the Word of God. And so, PJ, I'm trying to recreate that moment for you. So in the next couple of weeks, you'll be excited. I do not have Luther's books. Okay.
Yeah, right.
I don't have Luther's books. What I have is some of the discoveries from those books that we got.
Yeah, we've talked about that. Yeah. The Baptist
Where is that
supply.
one? Here's the one that here's this one right there. The 10,000 jokes. We talked about that. All right. There's still more treasures.
Absolutely.
To be mined from that one. Well, I went through the rest of them, and I just pretty much threw out the ones and the ones I kept were not necessarily books for use, but they're really interesting books.
Yeah.
I don't know why the Baptist missionary apparently had a thing for, I don't know. Do you know who Colleen Cobble is?
No. So these are novels.
The novels. Yeah, he had novels. He had 2 of these. I don't know why. He had 2 of these.
These look very modern.
They're very modern.
Compared to the rest of the books.
I wonder, the house at Saltwater Point, I wonder if it was maybe a book club.
Yeah.
I had 2 of these, so I gave one to Jess. She kind of thing.
For sure.
Remember last week, Jess was talking about cottage core and the Jesus aesthetic that's being created? Lo and behold, I find a novel of that very thing. Always Dakota.
I think is there a Kmart sticker on the back of this book?
Is there?
Was this purchased at Super K?
Wow, it was. There is a Kmart sticker on the back of this book.
Wow,
this is
pretty neat.
Yeah. All right, $6.99. Yes, Always Dakota. I thought that was a great. Basically, I'll take that one there. What else do we have here? This is not. This didn't come with that.
Oh, I was going to say, if you found this in
no. This I
would
had
be-
I had to brush up on my diet of worms facts
okay.
for
Okay.
today.
Yeah.
So that was out there. What else do we have here? PJ, we showed you the joke book.
Yeah.
This is the next great thing. Standard etiquette.
Oh, this is the other side of that coin. Yeah.
Standard etiquette. You know when this was published? 1925.
Yeah. Those are the days of...
That's 100 years.
Of good
The
standard etiquette.
100-year anniversary of standard etiquette is this year. So
Oh, yeah.
we'll have to go into this. This basically has an entire chapter of how to serve breakfast.
Wow.
Etiquette surrounding the service of, it's called Breakfast Giving. It's got a chapter on debutantes. Debutantes and sub-debs. You know what sub-debs are?
No clue.
Apparently just a little bit less than
Yeah.
debutantes.
Yeah.
The AAA of debutantes.
Now, are there specific
PJ,
days in it? Like, well, like is etiquette for a holiday different?
Yep.
Okay.
This is what happens. Can you get together on Sundays? Because in
Right,
1925, Sunday's a day of rest.
Right.
If you do get together for Sundays, there's some do's and there's some don'ts.
Wow.
And you will find them in standard etiquette. All right. Keep in mind. All right. What else do we have there? This was a great find.
Yeah. What's this?
So this book right here is written by Merrill Tenney.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's called The Reality of the Resurrection.
Uh-huh.
And I thought, why does that ring a bell? And it's because Josh McDowell quoted it in this book.
Yeah.
So I've
So now
got
you've
the
got
original
the book
from
that was quoted. Yeah, that's
1963
cool.
in this book
Yeah.
here, talking about the reality of the, and because these are when resurrection apologetics really took off, was kind of in the 60s. And part of it was because of the book written by Henry Morris. The Genesis flood I'm always talking about,
Yep.
the holy grail of
Yep.
creation science. This is the precursor to that book.
Yeah.
Henry Morris. It's just called The Bible and Modern Science.
Wow.
This could be like 1950
Yeah.
is when this is, 10 years before that. Look how young Henry Morris looks
Yeah.
there.
So this is very early in this discussion in the history of the church.
This is the equivalent of finding Dr. Jones, not Indiana Jones, but his dad, Henry Jones. Remember
Okay.
when they're looking for the Holy Grail?
No. I
They were
missed
looking for
that
the
movie.
Holy Grail.
Okay.
All right. These are the notes of where the Holy Grail is.
Okay.
This is I could not believe that this was in there, and I was like, oh my, this is
That is cool.
This is Henry Morris before he had to add the M to his name. This is Henry
Oh,
Morris
wow.
before he needed the
He was just
initial.
good old Hank.
He was
back
just
then.
Hank. He was
Yeah.
Hank. That's Hank
Yeah.
Morris,
Yeah.
right? And then, of course, we got the 500 golf jokes.
I cannot believe you found this. I
This
mean,
is
this
actually really good. I've kind of been
what
going
better
through
person
this.
to find this?
There's an
right?
entire thing on religion as well. An entire
Where religion
section,
and golf.
religious golf jokes. Pretty irreverent.
You should
but,
actually.
yeah, I mean,
Pretty irreverent.
well, it's a lot
You
of
should-
Catholic. It's a lot of
okay.
St. Peter.
I
You know,
see.
it's like
Okay.
St.
Okay.
Peter and St. Francis of Assisi,
Okay.
you know, talking
okay.
about a match.
Yeah,
And,
yeah,
you know, so not bad, but pretty good. I found this, which is going to be
yeah. This is neat.
This is large print.
NIV, KJV, parallel.
All right.
Yeah. So this is where it's got the text of both
Yes.
on each page. It gives you the text from this version and this version. I had one of these that had 4 versions, so it was it's really big.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly, but these 2 versions probably, and then 2 more.
Yeah, this is back when the NIV was first put out, and then people want to say, "Well, no, the NIV it's a legit translation compared to the King James, which was the standard back then."
Yep.
It says large print. Is that large print to you?
Well, I think it's large print for a parallel. Yeah.
Because that's not.
I mean, you
got
got and like you know how it's amazing to me how thin they can actually get these pages, and you know there's a lot of text here.
I was glad to get this one though, so because this one's going to go right back here. I have my different Bibles.
Yeah, okay.
Different Bibles there, so we're going to.
I've never. Is this a cover?
Just a cover. Pull that out.
I've never noticed that before. This is a
football cover. I found it. I don't know, online somewhere. So
it looks like it's made out of an old football.
NFL.
Wow.
Newfound Life.
Oh, NFL
that,
Newfound
the
Life.
logo.
Wow.
I'm not sure how they got away with the logo because they're skirting
they wouldn't
the line
today.
They're skirting the line of copyright.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
The shield.
Oh, that's
let you get away
cool.
with that.
So what Bible goes in here for you?
I think I put an NIV in there from just a long time ago.
Okay, yeah.
Almost like a student Bible.
Yep.
I think that's
an
what that
NIV.
is.
Yep.
Yeah, an NIV student Bible. Speaking of the NFL, you know who we have to have on for our annual draft update?
You talking about an NFL player we need to have on?
Well,
I'm not sure.
We
We can talk to our booking agent.
I don't
and see,
think we're there. Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. I don't know if we're there yet. Gary Capp.
To get the.
It was this time last year. PJ, we're pretty much coming up on the 1-year anniversary here of the old church office, as
Yeah,
it's
it's
named.
when I learned to Chad Holmes.
Close enough.
No,
Brad Holbert.
Brad Holbert.
This is the one that I want to show you, PJ. What every preacher should know: a pastor's success handbook. This is fantastic. Written by Hugh F. Pyle. All right.
Okay.
And simple steps to better crowds, bigger offerings. Here's my list. Greater revivals. I mean, PJ, we've had revivals and they've been good. But what happens when you want to make them great?
And all you have to do
Hugh Pyle is right there.
open up this book.
So, yes.
You're looking
Appealing
to
sermon. Here's what really got me, though, is this book comes with a disclaimer. It does.
I would hope so, yeah.
We almost had a first spit take
I would hope
there.
so. It comes with a disclaimer.
Apparently, Landmark Baptist Church and Landmark Baptist College use this as a reference book, and it's so. But they include in here that does not mean that the church or that the college endorses its content from the standpoint of morals, philosophy, theology, or scientific hypothesis.
What other standpoints are there?
I don't know. So that's what kind of got me. The position of Landmark College Baptist College and on these subjects is well known. Is it?
Wow.
Okay. So
it's not a ringing endorsement.
It is not. That's what jumped out at me.
Yeah.
But Hugh, bless his heart, he is a pastor at heart. He dedicated the book to his wife,
okay,
Esther, referring to her as my queen.
Oh, wow.
Esther.
Little biblical play there.
Little throwback, Old Testament. Which brings, have you ever called Jackie my queen? Would you ever address?
If her name was Esther, I might. And we would celebrate Purim, too.
I've said Yas queen.
Yeah.
But I've never addressed Denise as my queen. And then I came across this phrase. He's encouraging students, because it's written for students. May a multitude of preacher boys who read this book find just such a helpmate.
Wow.
Preacher boys.
Preacher boys.
Apparently that's what...
more of a band name than a demographic.
Could that be the chapel band name?
Yeah,
no,
I think
really.
could
be. You and your other SMP guys, when you guys put together a praise band,
yeah.
that's your name, the Preacher Boys.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting phrase. So, PJ, you wanting to be a preacher.
Yeah.
If we were in the relationship where I give gifts to you, this would be the one that...
That's
as a matter of fact, I could give that one to you because it was free. I also got that free.
Yeah.
You got this free and gave it to me. I feel like that's perfect. I want you to have
it. Tells you how to solve problems, too.
I don't know. Having that book, I don't know how you'd have any problems. I don't know how you have any problems to solve.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that was great.
That's awesome.
The reason for this nonsense, all right, is where's that book again? I want to show these two books right here.
Okay.
It really did floor me because I looked up the Tenney quote that I remembered in here, and it said he quoted as page 117. I turned to page 117, and here there's the quote. That's a surreal moment if you're a geek like me and love resurrection facts. But here's the point. We're moving into the Easter season.
Yep.
Easter Sunday is about emotion, and it should be. It's the emotion of being completely low, as the women were when they're walking to the tomb, going, who's going to roll the stone away? And then they find it empty. They don't know what's happening. They lock themselves up, and then Jesus appears to them. They're just such an emotional day. And you and I really didn't have a chance here to kind of thank people for their participation.
No.
But our Easter celebration here at CTK, we thought was really blessed by the Lord.
Yep.
And we hope it was a blessing for you. And if you're new to Christ the King, please come back, fill out a connection card, introduce yourself to PJ and myself. Just a wonderful celebration.
It was great.
It's rare in church work when everything does work. And it just kind of fit, and things did work that well that day. I thought everything went well.
And Easter's a day where we really ask a lot of people to participate.
A lot of volunteers.
You know, I mean, think how many cars were across the street,
exactly.
Right? Like that's step one of making sure that over here the new person can come in and park, or the person who can't walk. I mean, like that's a big deal.
Yeah.
You know, and everything that happened here, we had extra people doing greeting, we had extra people helping with breakfast, and tons of people participating in the service. It's awesome.
Yeah, and everything went well. So thank you for that. And it was a great day, a wonderful day. Now we're in the Easter season, and we still have that joy. It's still emotional, but we go now into the bedrock of our faith.
Yeah.
All right, we go from, I would say, emotion. I don't want to say to books per se, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So now we're into, and I was diving into this Tenney book, even just a little bit, and he was using kind of the example of just spring being a perfect time for the resurrection because spring is a time for new life.
Right. Yeah.
Death being part of the resurrection because something has to die before it comes back to life.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus himself, just as a seed is planted, which I just did the last week. I patched some places in the yard. I'm throwing dead
Okay.
seeds
Yeah.
into dirt,
Yep.
knowing that by God's plan, these things are going to
Yeah.
bring life,
Yeah.
and hopefully, in a few weeks, I'm going to see.
Yeah.
But then connecting then. And you and I arrived at this independently, talking about creation.
Yeah, that was very
I
cool
wasn't
on Easter
joking
morning. We
around
did.
on Easter
We did
morning
not plan that
when
together.
I'm listening to your sunrise sermon, going, "Wow, he's connecting creation, resurrection, recreation."
Yeah.
And I was doing the same exact thing. We arrived at that independently of each other, because reaching back, taking the resurrection event and reaching back into Genesis, and then see that's creation, and then looking into the recreation, that's Revelation, and that's where we're at now.
Yeah.
For the next few weeks here, because you had Revelation 1, that image of Jesus. This week, I'm going to talk about the coronation of Jesus.
Oh, great.
Revelation 5,
where
the song is sung.
Yes.
The song you're talking
worthy
about.
Is the Lamb
Worthy is the Lamb,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so it's still emotional.
Yeah.
I mean, as you can tell, we get fired up talking about
Yep.
this, but it's also foundational.
Yeah.
You find it in the fact of the resurrection, thanks to wonderful servants like Pastor Griffith and Pastor Tenney and Pastor Jefferson, Josh McDowell, Gary Habermas, all those guys. Great stuff. All right, so we hope that you can join us over these next few weeks during the Easter season.
Yeah.
During the Easter season, hope you can join us. All right, PJ, let's talk about some events coming up.
Okay, what do we got? What do we have coming up?
Oh, we got a lot. We're just coming off of a staff meeting. So that's why it's good that we do these after a staff meeting, because now this stuff's fresh in my head.
Yep.
Talk to us about your family connection event. That's coming up here.
Yeah,
in a
so that's
bit, right?
2 weeks from now, roughly. It's on a Friday afternoon and evening. We're going to do a family movie. So that's going to be here at Trenton Road.
Okay.
So we'll set up a movie in the gym, and everyone will bring, a chair, a comfy chair, or whatever, and we'll have movie snacks, and it's just a super low key. You can just show up together, and we'll all watch a family friendly movie together, and it'll be good. Yeah.
And that's going to be May 16th.
Is that Friday?
It is. The reason I know that is because my nephew Joel is getting married on May 17th.
That's right. Yes.
And that's going to be down in Tennessee, where his brother Jacob is a pastor. And so my family will be down there.
That's right. Yeah.
For that.
Which, by the way, I've already told Joel, and I'm going to remind Joel that his anniversary is now going to be May 17th. Yeah. My anniversary is May 18th.
Is it?
So
nice. Good thing.
He has 2 responsibilities on his anniversary now.
Which is?
To celebrate his, and then remind me that, hey, today's my anniversary, just so you know.
You know what? It's good to have a good friend who does that.
Yeah.
I've got a good friend. For those of you who know Michael Harden, he's our early communion teacher. Michael's a good friend of mine. He's better at dates than I am. Every July 20th, I will get a text from Michael that says, "Hey, Jay, just a reminder, tomorrow's your anniversary." Michael is very good at that. So Joel can be.
Yep, Joel's going to be my
Michael
guy.
Harden.
Yeah.
And if they're giving away free stuff, there, PJ, I'll pick something up for you, and I'll bring it back as a gift. Yeah. All right. Our new director of campus ministries, Chance Childers, he's going off.
Oh yeah, we had a great meeting last week.
Yep. And me putting together some communities. Putting together some stuff. I believe he's working on an outing to a Toledo Mud Hens game.
Yeah, like it's called June. Faith Fest.
Not just the game, but a Faith Fest. It's really designed for churches to go there. So look for that. I want to say it's toward the end of June.
Yep. June 29th.
June 29th is sticking out.
Yep.
So keep your eyes on that. We've got some concerts lined up. For the fall. We're bringing some folks
3 different concerts over the next 6 months or so.
Lined up. That's going to be great. So keep your eyes open for that. Confirmation is in a couple weeks.
Yep.
So this Sunday we have a kind of a meet the confirmands.
Yeah, that's always fun.
Kind of a fun thing that we do.
Yep.
There in Bible class. Hope that you can get your kids involved in Sunday school. Another thing too, our high school youth, they'll be attending the National Youth Gathering this summer. And so this is kind of that time of year when they'll be doing some fundraising, and I think they're just about where we need to be for the goal. However, if you see a fundraiser for the high school youth in attendance of the National Youth Gathering, if you can support that, greatly appreciated. That's such a memorable event.
Big deal for that age group, for sure.
Kids come back from that, hopefully with a sense that, wow, I'm not the only teenager out here
Yeah.
who loves Jesus
Yep.
and knows that Jesus
Yeah.
loves me.
Yep.
There's a lot of us out here like that, and
Yep.
there's such a good community when that happens. Looking at one there, like for example, the pancake breakfast fundraiser that
Yep.
they've done.
Yep.
May 18th is
Yep.
that. So
Okay,
with
great.
that. All right. Other things, then, yeah, go online. If you missed anything over Holy Week, Easter, you can always catch up online.
Yeah, we got a bunch of videos up there.
Videos
Yep.
are up there, and that, and yeah. And if you are ever in the neighborhood, all right, and you want a cup of hot coffee and see what it does to a mug that someone gets free for signing up for a magazine, stop by. PJ and I would love to say hi.
So, Pastor Jay, when Martin Luther got up from this table,
right,
he was then both excommunicated from the church, and so it was illegal what he was doing. He was declared an outlaw by the emperor.
Yes.
So I don't know.
Martin Luther had friends in high places. Okay.
Yeah.
And so he was whisked away by Frederick the Wise to a castle.
Right.
He was hidden.
Yeah.
They called him Knight George for a while. They gave him basically Luther had a go bag. Even back in the 16th century go bag. He was out, right?
Yeah.
They had a safe house. I mean, it was good stuff going back then. So now, fortunately for us, we're going to get up from this table, refill this mug with hotter coffee to see what it does.
Yeah.
And we're going to enjoy a hot lunch provided for us by Mr. Hamill, who, by the way, go Habs. Big game for the Canadiens.
What's the series at?
3-1. They're down 3-1 to a very good Washington team. So I'm a little bit concerned for Mr. Hamill's Montreal Canadiens.
He'll be a little upset.
Hopefully they can pull one out because he'll be in a much better mood tomorrow serving his hot lunch. Anyway, all right. So, hey, thanks for stopping by. We can't wait to see you over the weekend. Please, if you're new here to Christ the King, introduce yourself to PJ and me. We want to say hi to you, get to know you. We'll see you next time from the church office.